Can you just tell me, I know this is the first year for the staff to start, do you plan to continue this?
Yes, absolutely, every year.
And why is this something that you value the families and students?
Well, our wellness team and our academic team really looked at the research around transitions, particularly for middle school and high school, and anything that you can do to create that transition as smooth and as productive as possible helps kids throughout the school year. And so this was one of the things that we found really did make a difference for kids. It gives them the opportunity to get to know the building all by themselves, to have a time and space that's just dedicated to them, get to know the teachers, get to know the space. And so it's just a really great opportunity to make that transition.
Superintendent
Yeah.
Kamras, I think it's no secret. ICE immigration, they're in our communities. We saw a raid in the Southwood neighborhood recently. Can you remind us what is RPS's policy when it comes to ICE in schools? And then what is your message to parents this year?
Yeah. Look, first and foremost, we want our kids and our families to know that our students are safe in Richmond Public Schools. We have passed a resolution towards that end. We have passed policy towards that end. I've been very public about that. Students will not be taken from our schools if ICE agents were to show up. We have a protocol in place, which actually includes involving my office and requests for legal documentation, warrants, anything of that nature before any conversation were ever to happen. And so, again, my overarching message is kids are safe at RPS. Send your kids. We want them here. We love them, and we want them to enjoy being at school.
How is this school year going to be different from previous school years?
This is going to be our best school year yet. We are truly, once our scores and graduation numbers and everything come out, I think you're going to see that we continue to make progress. And I really do feel that this is a year of acceleration where we're going to see even more success. It's also a year where we're making progress on some big initiatives, literacy being one of them, but also taking the next steps on Richmond High School for the Arts, which will open in October of 2026. And we're also going to take some new steps on the new Career and Technical Center on Maury Street. So a lot of big projects happening this year that we're really excited about.
There's also been some reports about, some RPS schools having like HVAC issues and stuff like that. How is the district kind of addressing those? Are students going to be kind of ready to come back into fully prepared buildings?
Yes. So first of all, I'll just say I really appreciate when teachers reach out, when they identify any issues with our facilities. As you know, many of them are very, very old, and they continue to have a lot of issues from decades of deferred maintenance. Fortunately, we have been able to address those concerns. Whenever they are brought to our attention, we try as fast as humanly possible to address them. But again, I encourage everybody, teachers, families, kids, anything that isn't quite right, let us know so that we can address it as soon as possible. Yeah.
One more question.
Can you talk a little bit about navigating an environment where the city's funding came in a little bit under your request, federal funding is getting cut? How are you guys navigating that?
Yeah, look, it's not a secret. It's a tight budget times given the federal government's actions, and of course the city faces some constraints as well. I think the key to education funding for us and really for most school divisions in Virginia is the Commonwealth. And that's really where I'm going to be looking. We have a big governor's race coming up, and obviously that will have a big impact. And I'll really be looking for investment in K-12 from the Commonwealth. And as we know from the General Assembly's own research arm, that Virginia underfunds K-12 education by several $1 billion. So that's not me saying it, it's not the school board saying it, it's not the mayor saying it, that's the General Assembly's own bipartisan research arm. And so I think it's time for the state to step up and do its part. I do want to say the Richmond delegation is amazing, and they fought for us time and time again. We just need more folks from both parties to step up and do the right thing for kids.
Thank you so much.
Thank you all. Yeah, appreciate it.